Peers, faculty, and guests, it is my distinct honor to welcome you to the graduation of Deer Park High School Class of 2020. Please rise for the presentation of colors by the Deer Park High School Junior ROTC and for the national anthem led by the Deer Park High School Swing Choir. We request that you remain standing for the opening remarks given by Omar Kano and for the color guard to exit.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave?
Let us pray. Lord, thank you for this day. To some of us, it is just another day. But for those of us gathered here today marks an important milestone for Deer Park High School's Class of 2020. We pray that you bless the seniors here tonight, their families, friends, teachers, and administration who have encouraged and helped along the way. We thank you for the success of our journey, and we pray that we bring honor to you this evening. We pray that we continue to bring you glory and honor in everything we do. Amen.
Please be seated. I would now like to take this opportunity to introduce this year's graduation ceremony speakers. Student Body Vice President Eva Huerta Benitez, Senior Class President Andrea Morquecho, Mr. Deer Park Omar Kano, Miss Deer Park Mackenzie Shaw, and I am Elena Caballero, Student Body President. Thank you. At this time, please welcome our Senior Class President, Andrea Morquecho.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to introduce Deer Park High School Class of 2020 Salutatorian Joa George. Joa is a 3-year member of the varsity bowling team that has successfully advanced to state during those 3 years and has been named to the all-district team the past 2 years. He has also been a member of the UIL math team for the past 2 years and a member of the Deer Park Choir for 4 years. He is a member of the National Honor Society, the Spanish National Honor Society, the Science National Honor Society, as well as Mu Alpha Theta. He has been named an AP Scholar of Distinction and is a member of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society at San Jacinto College. He has maintained perfect attendance every year from 6th grade through 12th grade. He has also accrued over 100 hours of service helping his community through church and school activities. Joe will attend the University of Texas at Dallas and pursue his Bachelor's of Science degree in computer science. Joe will graduate tonight with a GPA of 5.32.
Good evening. For the majority of you, this will be the second time you hear me speak if you attend the virtual graduation, and some of you, it will be the first. This spring semester has been difficult for students, teachers, administrators, parents, but despite the coronavirus setbacks, we managed to persevere. We were supposed to get a prom, we were supposed to have a senior prank, we were supposed to walk, well, we are walking tonight. However, we should not dwell on what should have been. That is in the past. We must look to the future, to our future. Many of us will have more classes in college, and some of us will go straight to work. Whatever path you choose, we need to show the world that the class of 2020 cannot be shaken. Tonight is our finale of high school. Our high school experience has ended, and with this end comes many advantages and disadvantages. All the high school drama between friends is over. No more Zoom, no more Canvas. We are no longer forced to shave our beards. We no longer have a daily routine mandated upon us. And most importantly, a clean slate. We all have the same diploma to show colleges and employers. However, I don't know what we'll do without the school telling us what to do. Possibly be free from high school's dress codes and schedules, free from the bells that don't dismiss us, and free from the kids that stop in the middle of the hallway. We can now move on to college and work where we will be able to do what we want when we want, right? Wrong. This freedom will most likely be the last of its kind. College and work will be even more demanding of our time and our efforts. The quarantine has given us the prophesized 104 days of summer vacation, so we should use them to our benefit. Rather than being bored in your house and in your house bored, do something worthwhile with your time this summer. I'm not telling you to take both summer semesters of college. That's not worthwhile to some of you. I want everyone to make memories this summer. Make memories with your family, your friends, or even by yourself. Make memories that when you look back at them, you smile. Before I close out this speech, I'd like to mention my friends. My friends asked if I was going to reference the song Wonderwall by Oasis. I said maybe, but I would much rather reference LXIX, and now I've referenced both. Lastly, I'd like to thank all the teachers, administrators, and workers at the high school, and I'd like to give a special thanks to Mr. Myers, Mr. Wilkins, and Mrs. Redden. I'd also like to thank my mom for continuously helping me in any way she can, my dad for always pushing me to be my best, and especially my sister, because the primary reason I'm giving this speech is because I wanted to beat her rank. My family has truly made me strive to be the best I can be. Thank you, and have a good second graduation.
It is a great honor for me to present Deer Park High School's class of 2020 valedictorian, Elijah Joy. Elijah is a member of the inaugural class of the Deer Park Early College Academy, where he received an associate's degree in biology from San Jacinto College. At San Jacinto College, he was a member of Phi Theta Kappa and the Dean's Honors List while maintaining a perfect 4.0 GPA. At the high school, he was the president of the National Honor Society, treasurer of the Science National Honor Society, a member of Spanish National Honor Society, and Mu Alpha Theta, a Duke Tip Scholar and an AP Scholar with distinction. Outside of academics, he was a PAL and a two-time All-Region Choir member. Outside of school, he served as a camera operator and a bass player at his local church. He has over 200 volunteer hours from volunteering at Houston Methodist Hospital, concerts, beach cleanups, sports camps, summer camps, and Christmas productions. Elijah will graduate California North State University at College of Health Sciences. He will pursue a combined 2+4 Bachelor's of Science and Doctor of Medicine program, where he will get his Bachelor's of Science in 2 years at the College of Health Sciences and his Doctor of Medicine degree in 4 years at their medical school. Elijah will graduate tonight with a GPA of 5.4. Deer Park High School, our class of 2020 valedictorian, Elijah Joy.
First and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for everything that he has blessed me with throughout my life. Next, I want to thank my family for always being there to encourage and support me. I would like to thank the administration and teachers of Deer Park ISD for providing us students with the best place to learn and grow as people. We are so blessed to be in a school district like Deer Park that allows us to gather here today, despite the obstacles that try to hinder this important event. I don't know if anyone could have predicted the path that the Deer Park class of 2020 would face to graduate. Looking back throughout our high school experience, we encountered tough challenges every year of high school. Okay, well, maybe not freshman year. However, freshman year was our first year to adjust to the pressures of high school. In my mind, it was the first quarter of a long football game. We could make some mistakes because it's expected of rookies to struggle when getting used to the higher levels of competition. New experiences can make us feel, as my friend Omar says, triggered. Freshman year brought us back down to earth and allowed us to learn the physical and social landscape of high school. Although I don't think freshman year was enough to prepare us for what came next. At the beginning of sophomore year, we faced the catastrophic Hurricane Harvey that forced us to miss a week of school. To say that the tremendous flooding and property destruction was devastating would be an understatement of the severity of this hurricane. Many people lost everything they had, and some lost their lives. Even though everyone knew it was coming, there was nothing anyone could do to stop its impact. In football, this would be like throwing a perfect pass to your receiver who straight up drops an easy touchdown. You think, what could I have done better? It's their fault. However, you don't just give up on them after they make a big mistake. You address the issue with that person so they know that you still believe in them. Despite all the destruction and loss, we came together to have a great school year. No amount of rain or wind could defeat us. Nothing can stop us now. Then came junior year, and with it came fire. You know, fire is an interesting thing. It can either be used to spark or destroy something great. In our case, it was both. Oh wait, I just used a false dichotomy. Dang it, Mr. Carson, for teaching us all those logical fallacies. Still, the ITC fire gave us an extra week of spring break, which was awesome. However, it also ended up ruining the air quality, and we already have every chemical that we learned to name in AP chemistry that I've already forgotten right next to us. It was like throwing 3 straight touchdown passes to take the lead, then throwing 3 straight risky passes that get intercepted. As a result, your coach benches you. However, you have to stay positive and support those around you. This can be hard to do. So often, we want to be the one who gets all the attention for our successes. Nevertheless, we have to learn how to balance the highs and lows, or we will die falling victim to our ever-changing emotions. Now that we had gone through and conquered situations involving water, earth, fire, and air, it seems as though we were finally invincible, like the Avatar, master of all 4 elements. Then, during the final stretch of our senior year, everything changed when the coronavirus attacked. COVID didn't seem like it was going to be a big deal for us at first. I mean, we live in a relatively and small, isolated area. I remember talking with my friend Jacqueline, who's number 3 in our class and will hate me for mentioning that. after our last physics class at St. Jack before the quarantine, and she was concerned that it could affect us. I didn't think much of it because there were only 1 or 2 COVID cases at the time. However, I was way off on that take. When I first heard that school would be canceled for a week, I was ecstatic. Having 2 weeks of spring break was a dream come true. However, 1 week led to 4 weeks, led to 7 weeks, and then to the rest of the school year. These last 10 weeks for us seniors were supposed to be the best 10 weeks of high school. Not having anything to look forward to with prom and traditional graduation being canceled was defeating, to say the least. There were days where I didn't want to get out of bed because I felt like there was nothing worth getting up for until I could go to college. You could say I was Harry Styles because I felt like I was falling again into a sea of sadness. I envisioned this situation as having to come back into the game in the 4th quarter and go win the game after seeing your backup who replaced you get a serious injury. You don't know what will happen to them, but you know you have to go out there and win the game. Because if you let your feelings of despair and resentment dictate your goals, you might never get up again to achieve your goals. So, Deer Park High School, Class of 2020, I ask you, are you ready to go out and win the game of life, or you stay lying in bed with no vision to get up and achieve your dreams? We have the power to define this decade as the one where we gave into our sorrows and let the 2020s be a decade of poverty and depression, or as the one where we came together to prove that one virus cannot confine us to mediocrity, but push us to become extraordinary warriors who fought towards creating a prosperous and joyful future. And there is only one way that we can flip the switch, by being together in our vision to refine this decade, because, as Dwight Schrute said, "For it is together, together that we prevail." Thank you, and God bless.
At this time, I would like to introduce Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Victor White, who will make a special presentation.
The Superintendent's Medal for Academic Distinction is presented each year to the Valedictorian and Salutatorian of the graduating class. It's symbolic of the tradition, pride, and striving for excellence that characterizes Deer Park schools. This medal is presented to the honorees as a reminder of the faith that their community has in our young people and of the confidence that our graduates' success today is a foreshadowing of the success that they will enjoy in the future. This year, I am proud to invite our Valedictorian and Salutatorian to please step forward to receive your awards. Congratulations, wonderful speech. I'm very proud of you.
Good evening. I am Eva Huerta Benitez, Student Body Vice President. National Merit Commended are students that are recognized for their exceptional academic promise demonstrated by their outstanding performance on the preliminary SAT National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test. Semifinalists are the highest scorers in each of the 50 states and represent less than 1% of each state's high school seniors. Semifinalists must qualify as finalists by completing the merit scholarship application and fulfilling several other requirements. Finalists were chosen on the basis of their abilities, accomplishments, and potential for success in rigorous college studies. The 2020 graduating class would like to recognize one student that was named as a finalist. Would Jacqueline Wynn Deep please stand and be recognized as a National Merit Finalist? Congratulations. Please be seated. We would now like to recognize our 2020 graduates who have enlisted in our armed forces and will be serving our country and protecting our freedom. At this time, will you please stand? Please be seated. We would also like to recognize senior Christian Clay. He has enlisted in the Army and left earlier this week for training. At this time, please welcome Mackenzie Shaw.
This has been an outstanding year for our seniors involved in extracurricular activities at the state or national level. At this time, we would like to recognize the following student groups who have qualified for competition at the state or national level, or have received all state honors. If you are a member of this group, please stand and remain standing until all groups are announced. Please hold your applause until all groups are recognized. Art, bowling, choir, commercial photography, criminal justice, DECA, engineering, FCCLA, German, HOSA, the short film team, swimming and diving, and thespians. At this time, we would like to recognize any additional students who may have qualified at this level during their high school career. Congratulations. You may be seated. We would now like to recognize those graduates who have distinguished themselves academically among their peers. These students have earned grade point averages that have placed them within the top 15% of their graduating class. The top 5% of the 2020 senior class have distinguished themselves with hard work and dedication. These students will graduate with the distinction of magna cum laude, which means with great honors. Will the magna cum laude graduates please stand and be recognized? You may be seated. Students graduating as cum laude or with honors have all placed in the next 10% of their class. Will the cum laude graduates please stand and be recognized? You may be seated. In 2018, Deer Park High School provided the initial opportunity for a number of dedicated students to start on an educational journey that would allow them as seniors to not only earn a high school diploma, but also acquire an associate's degree from San Jacinto College. We would now like to recognize the 31 students that comprise the inaugural class of Deer Park High School Early College Academy. Will the Early College Academy graduates please stand and be recognized? You may be seated. It is my pleasure to present to you the principal of Deer Park High School, Mr. Steve Corey.
Ladies and gentlemen, candidates for graduation, members of the Board of Trustees, it gives me great pleasure to present the 2020 Deer Park High School candidates for graduation. The accomplishments of these students are directly related to their diligence and persistence in striving for excellence. Individually and collectively, they have brought many honors to our school and community, but more importantly to themselves and their families. As principal of Deer Park High School, I'm privileged to certify that the candidates for graduation have met or will meet the standards set forth by the Texas Education Agency and the Board of Trustees of Deer Park Independent School District. At this time, I'm pleased to introduce the President of Deer Park Independent School District's Board of Trustees, Mr. Lynn Kirkpatrick.
It is my honor to introduce to you the members of the Board of Trustees. I ask that they stand when I call their names and be recognized. Vice President of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Jason Morris. Board Secretary, Mrs. Rhonda Lowe. Assistant Board Secretary, Mrs. Brenda Cothran. Board Member, Mr. Ken Donnell. Board Member, Mr. Lee Giddens. Board Member, Mr. Jason Cable. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, congratulations on your graduation from high school. We are proud of you, and we wish you the best as you begin the next chapter in your life. Hopefully, our lives will resume to a normal pace very soon, and you will be able to follow your dream and seek out your potential. Be proud of who you are. God bless each of you. It is now my honor to introduce to you the Superintendent of Deer Park Schools, Mr. Victor White.
Good evening again, everyone. To say that the 2019-2020 school year has been a unique one would be a huge understatement. It has been historically unique. When we first informed everyone of an extended spring break, it was, as both Elijah and Joa have said, it was nice for a while. But when the virus concern eventually caused the year's class of 2020 to lose many truly anticipated events, including the prom, academic awards banquet, one-act play, any number of fine arts performances and contests, most of the baseball and softball seasons, and so many more rituals and rites of spring, the joy of an extended spring break faded fast. The school closure even threatened this very graduation ceremony that we're enjoying. So, while the year did not end the way any one of us would have planned, through all those disappointments, thankfully, here we are at graduation exercises of the Deer Park High School class of 2020. If all of the chairs were filled, there would be 1,001 members of the graduating class, the second largest graduating class ever in the history of Deer Park ISD. Your class has persevered, and in doing so has set a high standard of excellence for all of us to admire. This year's class can claim gold medal and best of show winning art students, grand champion livestock show winners, and the national championship meat judging team. 2 all-state choral performers along with 4 sweepstakes winning orchestra groups and the best in class award-winning deer escort squad. The class also includes 5 district championship athletic teams, and I think there would have been more if the season hadn't been shortened. Among those participants were 6 state swim meet qualifiers, the most ever in school history. The class can also claim the regional semifinalist volleyball team that concluded their season as one of the top teams in the state, and for the first time ever, the regional qualifying boys and girls team tennis squad. This class before you also boasts several all-state and all-region athletic performers, a large number of academic all-state athletes, 1 National Merit Scholar, Jacqueline Deep, and the inaugural graduating class of the Deer Park ISD Early College Academy. And to top it off, this group of students were also offered over $8.5 million in scholarships, even with the shortened school year. The class of 2020 is truly one to remember. You've made us all proud. Congratulations on your accomplishments and on how well you have represented your school, your family, and your community. We're all proud of you. You heard me mention, perhaps, as part of my comments during the virtual graduation program, the comments that I'm going to share with you again, and I'm going to repeat tonight because I believe they carry really sound and good advice. It's usually about this time that the commencement speaker starts to tell the graduates to strive for success in their lives and do something like follow your passion. Don't accept limits. Chart your own course. And one of my very favorites, you have a responsibility to do great things because you are so great. Well, I'm not going to encourage you to do any of those things because sometimes we should not follow our passions. Sometimes there are limits and we should know what they are and we should adhere to them. And while we do have a responsibility to do great things, most of those will not have anything to do with us being great ourselves. What I am going to recommend to you, though, is that you strive, each of you strive, to be a person of great character. Qualities such as honesty, humility, consideration of others before self, virtue, gratitude, faithfulness, service, and courage. While they are not always on display as they should, those character traits that if you work to make them the defining qualities of your life, you will be a success in life, guaranteed. We acquire these virtues by putting them into practice in our lives. By engaging in such behavior as honesty, gratitude, and faithfulness, they become part of who we are, part of the very fabric of our nature. So regardless of your chosen profession in the future, your level of education attainment, or the tax bracket you find yourself in later in life, if you're a person of character, you will be a success in life, and I believe you will have a happy life. If you saw the virtual graduation ceremony, you also saw a cutaway to a display on a table in my office that carries the sentiment, "Believe there is good in the world." By highlighting the first few letters of the major words in that phrase, a play on words can be seen, and an additional message is calling for the reader to be the good. And that is what I would like to recommend for your consideration as you graduate and leave Deer Park ISD. Live your life where you believe there is good in the world, and demonstrate that belief and make that belief into a reality by being the good. The psalmist writes in Psalms 90 and verse 9 that we spend our lives as a tale that is told. Let me encourage you to live your life as a person of great character, and your future will be a tale worth telling. Congratulations, class of 2020, on achieving the milestone we are celebrating tonight, and may God bless you all. And now, ladies and gentlemen, by the power vested in me by the state of Texas and the Board of Trustees of the Deer Park Independent School District, I am pleased to present the Deer Park High School class of 2020. Will the candidates for graduation now come forward?
Daisy Yvette Acosta. John Aaron Alvarado. Carlos Anthony Arroyo. Caitlin Renee Brasher. Madeline Faith Cable. Andres Cano. Omar Cano. Marshall Allen Carlson. Emma Noel Canay. Marcella Adrielle de Blas. Ibran Jonah Delgado. Jacqueline Wynn Deep. David Hector Dominguez. James Leland Donnell. Neil Eve. Madison Simone Fagan. Joa Prabhath George. Tanner Reed Haltom. Reese Renee Harrison. Nathaniel Isaiah Abear. Elijah John Joy. Kayla Dawn Konvichka. Stevie Lynn Lemaire. Kelly Aaron Lisbony. Alexis McKenna Lovelace. Sarah Renee Lyons. Claire Elizabeth Martingano. William Michael McDowell. Madison Elizabeth McGaughy. Brandon Scott Mitchell. Andrea Morquecho. Jenny Lee Wynn. Paola Patricia Olvera. Serena Michelle Pelly. Arnaldo Cobos Perez. Anaya Brittany Robinson. Zachary Allen Seeger. Tyler Morrissey Sedtall. Rose Gabrielle Singh. Kelly Nicole Solis. Lindsay Nicole Stafford. Colin James Stokes. Celeste Isla Vega. Victoria Rianne Vislovsky. Gage Ryan Walsh. Jordan Noel Waters. Megan Ryan Weir. Alexis Marie Abner. Saranda Lorraine Adami. Kennedy Aaliyah Adams. Alexandria Eliza Alcantar. Vanessa Alexandra Andrade. Jackson Marshall Baggett. Mohammed Shamir Baig. Andre Elias Batres Pereira. Hayden Emery Berryhill. Madeline Grace Billetter. Sarah Elizabeth Boone. Chloe Elise Bradley. Tabitha Ashley Burnett. Peyton Gwenda Butler. Jose Victor Buon Caballo. Daniela Elizabeth Kangas. Jasmine Cardona. Brian Stephen Ceron Montoya. Marcus John Cummings. Tyler James Davidson. Reese Connor Del Bello. Luis Alexander Diaz. Gabriel Jason DeStefano. Shelby Lynn Dumatre. Brianna Darlene Eliason. Jaron Ty Ervin. Sorry. Sanda Soraya Cindy Soraya Escobar. Andrea Fernanda Esparza Montalongo. Lucas Randall Ewald. Chloe Noel Cartson Daffner. Abigail Grace Feartag. Destiny Angel Garza. Chloe Grace Gibson. Daniel Gonzalez Jr. Mia Marie Gunn. Jennifer Garuskieta. Andrew Thomas Ham. Sierra Ray Henderson. Carlos Arturo Hernandez. Faith Renee Henry. Alexa Catalina Hinojosa. Reina Celestina Hallifield. Ava Joanna Huerta Benitez. Brenna May Kramer. William Lopez. Mariah Marie Lugo. Lexi Ann Mason. Haley Paige Matashek. Natalie Ann McDonald. Madison Michelle McInnes. Caitlin Nicole Mon. Chloe Alexandra Monroe. Elaine Lucina Moore. Jennifer Alejandra Morales. Anaí Basti Moreno. Mackenzie Renee Morvant. Leah Elizabeth Mesqueda. Peyton Denise Nance. Nathan Daniel Neesmith. Kirsten Marie Norman. Justin Ochoa. Mariah Vivian Oliveras. Isabella Grace Oliveras. Shiv Dinesh Patel. Alan Alexander Pena. Candy Mercedes Alexis Ramirez. Cristel Esmeralda Ramos. Samantha Yvette Ramos. Elizabeth Amy Ray. Madison Elizabeth Reynolds. Areli Rios. Ashley Renee Rodriguez. Deborah Alexandra Rodriguez. Humberto Antonio Rojas. Natalie Guadalupe Salinas. Jackson Ray Savage. Vishal Singh. Ethan Andrew Smith. Michael Robert Stanley. Christian Anthony Lyon Swoop. Paige Marie Thompson. Eileen Giselle Torres. Emanuela Thibault. Claire Delise Venatulius. Bailey Lynn Webb. Natalie K. Webb. Haley Michelle White. Charles Wilson V. Madeline Grace Woodall. Julia Avery York. Kristen Nicole Zaid. Maya Brooke Zaid. Dean Connor Zuniga Montemayor. Marlene Margarita Villalobos. Carla Montserrat Moran Carrasco. Jacob Alexander Moreland. Cole Ray Moore. Annalisa Aurora McNeil. Ellie Faith Carr. Alexis Levia Johnson. Richard Glenn Hudson. Yamalex Garcia. Julio Cesar Diaz Jr. Matthew Sean Carroll. Kaylee Alexis Branyan.
Jesús Emmanuel Abarca. Bayan Abel. Jonathan Xavier Aviles. Ashley Sanchez Abrego. Leslie Sanchez Abrego. Omotayo Fatima Abubakar. Alejandro Acosta. Fernanda Acosta. Carlos Manuel Adame Santana. Sean Michael Aguilar. Gabriela Alanis. Areli April Alanis. Armando Alba Jr. Fernando Alba. Mariana Daniela Alba. Brianna Skyla Allen. Jackson Ryan Allen. Rebecca Natalia Almaguer. Brandon Scott Alonso Briones. Marissa Lene Altamirano. Cesar Antonio Alvarado. Isabela Grace Alvarado. Mark Anthony Alvarado. Natalia Alvarado. Diana Patricia Anaya Curiel. Angelica Rochelle Anderson. Terry Lee Anderson. Cassidy Tiata Andrade. Brian Antonio Angel Gonzalez. Samantha Nicole Araujo. Savannah Denise Archer. Carla Marie Archibald. Daniel Gennaro Armendariz. Jordan Asbel Armendariz. Janet Ariola. Montserrat Ariola. Tatiana Ariola Narvaez. Jacob Collins Asbury. Corey Aubin. Christian Matthew Avalos. Alan Isaiah Avila. Raimundo Bernardo Ayala Arce. Alexis Azuara de la Rosa. Sydney Elizabeth Babineau. Allie Elizabeth Byer. Hannah Nicole Baker. Mark Austin Balderas. Michael Warren Banda. Eden Celeste Barajas. Faith Anna Marie Barker. Abby Elizabeth Barlow. Serena Catalina Barrera. Christopher Barrera. Olivia Avienda Barrica. Jayla Alia Barrientes. Lauren Elizabeth Barrios. Morgan Amber Bart. Leila Adriana Barzinji. Yasmin Nisar Barzinji. Chantel Rihanna Basaldua. Zachary Aaron Bowman. Brianna Rochelle Beard. Miguel Angel Becerra Jr. Faith Marie Bellamy. Clyde Bello. Ryan Ali Marie Benavides. Jordan Nicole Berglund. Alexis Burnaby. Audrey Christine Black. Kayla Nicole Blankenship. Paul Vincent Blaskowski. Kirkland Tyler Bocox. Joy Hannah Bowles. Robert Clark Bonar. Jason Jonathan Bonilla. Clayson Matthew Boren. Devontae Xavier Bright. Alyssa Marie Brooks. Caleb Matthew Bryant. Cheyenne Lynette Buckley. Catherine Renee Burke. Donovan Joseph Millard Burrow. Mariah Michelle Bush. Calvin Wayne Noblesada Buchong. Hope Elizabeth Butler. Elena Juliana Caballero. Emilson Ezequiel Caceres. Ileana Olivia Calvillo. Alexis Brienne Campos. David Manuel Campos. Israel Campos. Joshua Noel Cano. Julio Cesar Cantú. Jalissa Celeste Cantú. Xavier Cantú. Alzea Leandra Capuchino. Bethany Denise Cárdenas. César Isaí Cárdenas Cavazos. Omar Cardosa. Leilani Crystal Carmona González. Caitlin Brooke Carroll. Anthony Daniel Carter. Isa Teresa Cázares. Ivan Castellán. Madison Rose Cavazos. Roberto Cavazos Jr. Alana Lynn Cavender. Maximiliano Cedillo. Alyssa Yvette Cerda. Brandon Daniel Cervantes. Evelyn Nicole Cespedes. Gabriela Chávez. Juliana Sofía Chávez. Miguel Angel Chavira Jr., Ayanya Nicole Cheatham, Colton Allen Clark, Noah James Clark, Michael James Clyburn, Carlos Alberto Cobo Cerda Jr., Jeremy Wayne Coe, Love Mary Jane Collins, Dylan James Colombo, Gavin Rush Connor, Jocelyn Contreras, Joshua Ethan Contreras, Cheyenne Arlene Cook, Alan Brady Corbett III, Brianna Nicole Cordova, Valerie Correa, Elena Nicole Cortez, Eileen Ingrid Cortez, Caitlin Brooke Cothran, Luis Raul Cotto Jr., Matthew Dylan Covarrubia, Brendan Christopher Cox, Blake Allen Crandall, Jordan Lee Crawford, Savannah Marie Cruz, Christopher Lee Cruz Jr., Fidel Cruz Jr., Kirsten Leanne Culp, Bryce Anthony Cunningham, Hunter John Cunningham, Artemio Jordan Davenport, Leslie David Davenport, Jaden Lane Dawson, Eduardo Gabriel de la Cerda, Jacob de la Cerda, Christian Rey de la Garza, Iván Emanuel de la Paz, Cassandra Marie de Leon, Mason Blake Dees, Kevin del Rio, Nicholas José del Valle, Dana de la Torre, Angel Ray Delgado, Erica Ann Diaz, Zachary Alexander Diaz, Michael Anthony De Gilio, Gregory Allen Dill II, Alexis Heriberto Dominguez, Matthew Joel Dominguez, Cody Austin Dories, Hunter Lee Doss Williams, Bianca Sky Jocelyn Dusa, Seth Michael Draper, Urania Duarte Escamilla, Brianna Louise Dunn,
Ocean Geraldine Easterbrook. Kevin Sylvester Ellis Jr. Darby Lynn Enlow. Michael Ray Escamilla. Alberico Cuauhtémoc Escobar. Lizette Escutia. Roberto Espinoza III. Brianna Danielle Espinoza. Isaiah Jacob Espinoza. John Ray Espitia. Patricio Esquivel. Dario Estrada Jr. Juan Arturo Estrada Jr. Lauren Danielle Eubank. Yasmin Sophia Ewing. Dylan Joseph Farley. Chandler Blair Ferris. Xavier Christian Fieros. Noel Fiscal. Dalia Sofia Flores. Christian Flashke. Caitlin Ann Flores. Natalie Alize Flores. Jacob Samuel Fonseca. Carlos Ramses Flores Correa. Colby Lee Ford. Olivia K. Forgy. Darren Franco. Kimberly Melissa Franco. Caitlin Marie Freeman. Quentin Joseph Friery. Enrique Fuentes III. Jaden Bryant Fuller. Kaylee Ann Gafford. Resida Marie Gallardo. Cameron Charnel Gallo. Mandy Rose Gamble. Sandy Faye Gamble. Brianna Nicole Gandara. Mallory Kaylin Gano. Gavin Scott Garces. Catherine Rebecca Garcia. Edine Garcia. Elizabeth Garcia. Faith Victoria Garcia. Eladio Roel Garcia. Jennifer Garcia. Jose Jonathan Garcia. Juliana Nicole Garcia. Michael Garcia. Nayeli Garcia. Valerie Araceli Garcia. Jacqueline Elizabeth Garcia Barrios. Brianna Stephanie Garcia Cervellon. Joseph Anthony Garcia Rojas. Michael Brian Gardner. Sarah Emily Garrett. Alexandra Jolie Garza. Christian Daniel Garza. Katrina Marie Garza. Kaylee Renee Garza. Kiana Alize Garza. Selena Marie Garza. Francisco Javier Garza Garza. Yaya Ganzenfar. Samuel Louis Giamalva. Cameron Dexton Gloston. Alyssa Evelyn Godfrey. Alberto Ismael Gomez. Alexis Marie Gomez. Caitlin Gomez. Stephen Alejandro Gomez. Alicia Ann Gonzalez. Kayla Ryan Gonzalez. Seth Michael Gonzalez. Anthony Joel Gonzalez. Anthony Scott Gonzalez. Derek Gonzalez. Jesus Jerry Gonzalez Jr. Joanna Marie Gonzalez. Robert Maximus Gonzalez. Savannah Victoria Gonzalez. Zaya Angelique Gonzalez. Jimena Stefania Gonzalez Garnica. Andres David Gonzalez Marquez. Riley Mason Grace. Dustin Lawrence Graham. Efren Julian Granados. Leah Howe Gregory. Fabian Isaiah Guajardo. Savannah Renee Guerra. Grace Elizabeth Guerrero. Mary Angel Guevara. Max Elena Gunn. Sarah Elizabeth Gunn. Kira Monet Gutierrez. Roel Ramiro Guzman. Cameron Lee Haynes. William Wyatt Hale. Kathleen Genevieve Halsey. Brandon Levi Hamby. Lillian Michelle Hamilton. Madeline Reese Hammer. Valeria Handel. Matthew Connor Hanks. Madison Page Harbert. Brendan Robert Harmon. Alan James Harris. Jackson Ryan Haug. Cole Jacob Hawkins. Garrett Don Hedrick. Taryn Lynn Hedrick. Tanner Dane Hefner. Aaron James Henry. Ian Eugene Hensley. Brandon Mark Hernandez. Carlos Jacob Reyes Hernandez. Connor Anthony Hernandez. Gabriel Seth Hernandez. Gerardo Hernandez Jr. Leonard Lorenzo Hernandez Jr. Santos Hernandez Jr. Stephanie Brianna Hernandez. Vanessa Annette Hernandez. Antonio Herrera III. Gavin Thomas Hester. Kaylee Paige Hester. Kaylin Ray Hayren. Dakota Rain Hayren. Anthony Alexander Izquierdo. Parker Faith Hickerson. Rhiannon Leah Hicks. Mason Tucker Hinnenkamp. Andres Hinojosa. Bruce Hinojosa. Ryan James Holton. Benjamin Joshua Hallweg. Noah Gregory Honeycutt. Angelica Christiana Hopkins. Michael Thomas Hauk. Jawan Deshawn Howard. Asia Rianne Rose Hudson. Caleb George Huerta. Ethan Reed Huffman. Raymond Hung. Caitlin Reese Hunt. Brianna Nicole Ibarra. Lizette Ann Infante. John David Isbell. Sabrine Najeh Ismail. Luke Charles Jackson. Sean Thomas Jackson. Caitlin Michael Jacks. Miles Jacob Jamil. Cameron Alyssa Jefferson. Alyssa Renee Jensen. Itzel Alejandra Jimenez. Magali Judith Jimenez Castillo. Kayla Paige Johns. Jeremiah Sire Johnson. Nehemiah Czar Johnson. Zachary David Johnson. Louis Doyle Jordan. Tyler Michael Jordan. Anthony Juarez. Fatima Juarez. William Douglas Kaler. Cameron Ray Kylers. Olivia Gonzalez Keith. Carly Renee Kendrick. Jordan Lowell Kidd. Jack Robert Kincaid III. Austin Joshua Kirkland. Lexington Elise Needler. Ahmad Amir Knox. Noah Scott Kostica. Luz Ariana Krutowskis. Erin May Kubina.
Emily Murray Land. Mason Andrew Landry. Caitlin Marie Lane. Romero Leal III. Angel Lechuga. Wyatt Austin Lee. Alexis Danae Leon. Brittany Alondra Lerma. Marcos Homero Lerma. Elijah Kareem Lewis. Liliana Elizabeth Lycon. Keithan Tyler Lenneman. Mina Lim. Skylar Nicole Lim. Asais Lizama. Aliyah Jeanette Longoria. Alexander Christopher Lopez. Angelica Gabriela Lopez. Arlie Estefania Lopez. Brianna Faith Lopez. Faith Alexandra Lopez. Matthew Aaron Lopez. Zoe Abriana Lopez. Herbert Ernesto Lopez Esturban. Jesus Eduardo Lopez Pantajo. Haley Lane Lounsbury. Jimena Michelle Lozano. Miles J. Lucas. Ryan Michael Lucas. Armando Lucio. Xavier Eric Lucio. Toria Magay Luera. Audrey Elaine Luna. Evelyn Luna. Raquel Jacqueline Luviano. Brandon Jamaz Mack. Alexander Ryland McLeod Boyd. Andrew Octavian Madrigal. Kaliana Alyssa Madrigal. Darty Megan Patel. Calliope Eve Kelly Major. Ray Albert Maldonado. Ethan Malik. Joshua Joseph Maple. Carleslie Valoria Maravilla. Chloe Anna Marler. Angie Clarissa Martinez. Eduardo Trinidad Martinez. Joanna Amanda Lee Martinez. Jonathan Brian Martinez. Josue Gabriel Martinez. Maximinia Angelica Martinez. Krista Blair Martinez. Melanie Nicole Martinez. Roberto Martinez Jr. Stephanie Alexandra Martinez. Taylor Nicole Martinez. Nathan Escobar Mascarenas. Cameron Danielle Maceda. Trevor Matthew Mason. Alexis Matamoras. Israel Anthony Matamoros. Skylar Ashley Mattingly. Emily Arlene McBride. Courtney Paige McCorkle. Jasmine Faith McDowell. John Alistair McGill. Johnny Arthur McGregor. Archer James McParlin. Daniel Joseph McFall. Phoebe Nicole McPherson. Liam Marley McCree. Olivia Marie McWhirter. Othalis Guadalupe Marin. Jocelyn Nicole Medina. Ray Allen Meek. Faith Chastity Melcher. Giovanni Alexander Meldrum. Isabella Maria Melendez. Anthony Mendez. Madison Emily Mendiola. Giselle Lillian Maraz. Jeanette Mesa. Brian Oscar Michelle. Sheila Michelle Cisneros. Jacob Austin Mitchell. Marcus Anthony Molina. Jaden Nathaniel Monsevos. Brandon Matthew Moody. Jackson Dennis Moore. Karina Mora. Benny Moreno. Marcus Moreno Jr. Ralph Clayton Morris. Samuel Thomas Morse. Jordan Matthew Moses. Jonathan Josue Moya. Diego Muniz. Jorge Morin III. Alexandria Gabrielle Munoz. Francisco Munoz. Bailey Ray Murray. Hunter McCrane Murray. Sorry, hon. Andrew Jacob Myers. Kaylee Elaine Nance. Colton Wayne Neal. Alyssa May Newton. Dylan Fee Wynn. Julio Noriega Jr. Riley Franklin Norrid. Austin Edward Nothnagel. Cade Thomas Knoll. Zizalane Amor Ocampo. Brian Nelson Ochoa. Michael David Ochoa. Brianna Nicole Arevales. Michael Joel Olivares. Raul Julian Olmedo. Emilio Ortega. Yasmin Ortega. Ivan Alejandro Ortiz. Angel Enrique Osqueda. Yaneli Sarai Osorto. Gustavo Otero Jr. Michael Pacheco. Michelle Maylene Pucon. Marisol Palacios. Michael Anthony Palacios. Alessandra Palma. Alexa Palma. Victoria Alexandra Palomares. Destiny Morea Polamo. Eduardo Pantoja. Hans Christopher Patino. Levi Wesley Patterson. Joseph Cole Paulus. Italy Pina. Christina Marie Pina. Alexis Penalosa. Joshua Lee Pentico. Angel Fernando Perez. Elias Perez. Carla Valeria Perez. Melina Angelita Perez. Kaylin Perone. Caleb Travis Perryman. Kim Luvan Puteros. Emily Megan Peterson. Caden Rashawn Pettigrew. Andrew Ty Fan. Peyton Alexandra Phelps. Alexandra Nicole Phillips. Joseph Marcus Pena Jr. Sebastian Pineda. Gabriela Platas. Courtney Joy Plochek. Julie Raylene Porter. Dominic Mikhail Powell. David Matthew Pratt. Callista Lee Price. Marianne Mercedes Pooh. Arath Jacob Puentes. Ashley Pulido. Sebastian Pulido. Cameron James Quinn. Juan Jose Quintero. Madison Ray Ronis. Madison Paige Rambaran. Alina Ramirez. Destiny Mercedes Ramirez. Diane Carolina Ramirez. Isaac Christian Ramirez. Noah Anthony Ramirez. Meldon Ramos Castillo. Samantha Rose Ratcliffe. Ian Darby Reddick. Ryan Christopher Rabine. Ryland Kyler Rendon. Brian Andrew Renovato. Ignacio Renovato Ruiz. Angelina Giselle Resendez. Jaden Osley Reyes. Julian Reyes. Alan Reyna. Jordan Thomas Riojas. Raul Ricardo Rios. Wyatt Antonio Rios. Gavin Charles Reisinger. Adriana Lizette Rivera. Anthony Rivera Jr. Joanna Lisbeth Rivera. Marissa Marie Rivera. Destiny Renee Rhodes. David McKay Robershaw. Jenna Lauren Roberts. Ruby Robles. Casey Marie Rocha. Juan Antonio Rocha Nino. Isaiah Noel Rodarte. Alejandro Agustin Miguel Rodriguez. Alex Michael Rodriguez. Alyssa Marie Rodriguez. Denise Angelica Rodriguez. Gabriela Mia Rodriguez. Jackie Paige Rodriguez. Jessica Jasmine Rodriguez. Lorenzo Antonio Rodriguez. Mario Rodriguez Jr. Michael Antonio Rodriguez. Nayeli Rodriguez. Sabrina Rodriguez. Valerie Rodriguez.
Jonathan Rodriguez de Leon. Fatime Midet Rodriguez Mendoza. Kathleen Graciela Rogers. Tiana Lene Rogers. Jeremiah Nathaniel Rojas. Anibal Ethan Roldan. Colby Joseph Rowling. Valerie Monique Romano. Adolfo Romero Jr. Ariel Monique Romero. Delisa Romero. McGill Angel Romero Jr. De Carlos Anthony Rogue. Alexis Brianna Rosales. Angel Armando Rosales. Brandon Anthony Roy. Feras Rasidat. David Enoch Jefferson Rodolfo II. Diana Ascune Ruiz. Lucia Aniad Ruiz Alvarez. Ambria Nicole Rush. David Connor Russell. Garrett Lee Russell. Logan Anton Savine. Hilarion Salas. Ian Salas. Rebecca Marie Salas. Robert Salazar Jr. Kayla Lauren Saldana. Alisa Margie Saldivar. Rigoberto Ruben Saldivar II. Jacob Daniel Salinas. Larissa Sienna Salinas. Mason Allen Sample. Thomas Michael Sample. Alejandro Javier Sanchez. Daniel Thomas Sanchez II. Jasmine Alexis Sanchez. Galilea Guadalupe Sanchez de la Cruz. Hannah Marie Sanders. Alessandra Liseth Sandoval. Anthony Michael Sandoval. Christian Joseph Sandoval. Jacqueline Sandoval. Alejandro Santa Maria. Avery Elizabeth Schneider. Tyler Cole Seacrest. Maria de Jesus Serrano. Paige Wells Sessions. Lauren Elizabeth Sharp. Mackenzie Grace Shaw. Brittany Nicole Sheffield. Gage Hayden Shepard. Braxton Chopara. Emily Elizabeth Silva. Jeremy Isaiah Silva. Quentin Taylor Simmons. Mark Milton Skinner. Ethan Blair Smith. Juan Antonio Solano. Joshua Solorio. Jacqueline Soria. Bianca Marie Sosa. Holly Ann Sousa. Zoe Victoria Spain. Michaela Gail Spears. Zachary Scott Speedy. Logan Jeremiah Steen. Katie Marie Stevens. Franisha Sheila Stevenson. Candice Nicole Stiefel. Madison Naomi Stinson. Mackenzie Michelle Stockstill. Dylan Matthew Stone. Felipe De Jesus Story Jr. Carter Tate Stuckman. Mia Ray Sutton. Raven Marie Taff. Brett Allen Taylor. Matthew Joseph Taramigi. Elizabeth Page Thomas. Kaylee Michelle Thorpe. Liana Arabella Tobar. Jatasia Taishay Talberts. Bryson Alexander Toll. Adrian Thomas Torres. Aliel Torres. Gilbert Jose Torres Jr. Giovanni Jesus Torres. Rachel Mary Torres. Tiffany Sherlyn Torres. Joshua Caleb Tovar. Daisy Tornado. Ezekiel Trevino. Hannah Jo Trevino. Jalisa Anila Trevino. Jalissa Alia Trevino. Carter Joseph Truitt. Travis Ryan Tully. Dominique Anakin Turner. Antonio Rudy Turbiates. Hayden Christopher Tyson. Genesis Marie Urbina. Adan Uresti. Okay. Betsy Madahi Valadez Reyes. Caden Ryan Vance. Savannah Alisa Valela. Ashley Nicole Vargas. Isaiah Jacob Vargas. Caleb Martin Vasquez. Joshua Andres Vasquez. Omar Vasquez Jr. Peyton Arturo Vasquez. Brianna Guadalupe Vega. Eric Alexander Vega. Like the mustache. Jonathan Daniel Vea. Andrew Michael Velasquez. David Paul Velasquez Jr. Daniel Ivan Vincencio Rojas. Okay. Esteban Vilchis Valencia. Jose Villa. Jean Angelo Villagrecia. Dalia Villarreal. Natalie Villarreal. As Esther Abigail Villatoro. Esther Abigail Villatoro. Jeremy Xavier Vitalis. Cameron Evan Walker. Preston Scott Walker. Cade Allen Watson. Ryan William Weaver. Tyler Matthew Webb. Juliana Elizabeth Wentworth. Aubrey Faith Watley. Ashton Dupree Whitworth. Morgan Andrew White. Corey Elizabeth Williams. Benjamin Ira Wilson. Brody Allen Wilson. What's up, brother? Is it Corey? Okay. Corey Jane Winters. Diane Wiswell. Harley Diane Wiswell. Cameron Tyler Wood. Aline? Natalie Aline Wojtek. Blake Henry Wright. Savannah Marie Ivada. Ty Michael Young. Anthony John Zamorano.